Hi, I'm Eric Johnson here at Owen Graduate School of Management, and I'm here with Sarah Trahern. Sarah is the CEO of the Country Music Association, and we are just so glad to have you.
It's great to be back at Owen.
Yeah, well, technology has forever changed the music business, but how has it changed the CMA?
Well, certainly, even the technologies we have today will be different 3 years from now, 6 years from now, 9 years from now. And so, we always have to be cognizant of the platforms we have to reach our fans now and making sure that we're at least, if not on the cutting edge, then know what's coming down the pike. So for us, one of our primary means of reaching fans around the world is the distribution of our television shows. And so those are on network television, yield a large amount of money to our bottom line operating wise, but also older people like me still watch television, but the younger fans don't even have access to it. A lot of them have cut the cord.
YouTube.
So, right. So how do we make sure that there's a way for them to see the performances? So this year we worked with our partner ABC to be able to turn those performances around digitally in real time and feed them out via the socials. So you can watch the full show in its entirety on ABC in real time, but you also have the ability to access your artists through other channels immediately. And that's one technology change. How do we do content? How do we do podcasts? I mean, we do a number of different platforms that we wouldn't have done when I first started there 6 years ago.
That's neat. Women of Country surely took the spotlight this year at the CMA Awards. When you think about that, are you empowering women?
And one of the things that's really important to us is to make sure that fans have access to all sorts of different artists, male, female, diverse artists as well. And so at CMA, one of our priorities is to make sure we're creating opportunities for female artists to have platforms that they may not have out in the radio or in streaming worlds today. Whether that's creating more opportunities in our television show, which we did this year, where we had more female artists participating in the program than we did male for the first time, really probably in CMA history. Our CMA Country Christmas show also has a tribute to great women singing a Christmas song together. And then next year at Music Fest, certainly we're going to create more opportunities on the stages. A more diverse marketplace of artists and fans. It's just better for everyone. It's the same as in business.
Sure, absolutely. Diversity pays.
It does.
Absolutely. Well, brands are everywhere in the music business, and certainly a big part of the business. But when you think about your personal brand as a leader, how do you think about that, and how do you foster your own brand?
I think one of the most important things about fostering your own brand is to create something that's authentic for you. So that I'm the same person when I go into the boardroom this morning for a meeting as I am tonight when I have a glass of wine with my husband. And I think if the person you are in your heart is from integrity and how you lead your business day to day, and you don't have to put on airs to be somebody else, it's easier to be consistent. And I think staff and people in business look for consistency in their leaders.
So find a way to align your kind of natural personality with your brand.
Yeah, and I'm also a big believer. The number one piece of advice I always give to people is to find something you're passionate about, because your success will follow. Those long weeks, which we all have at all different stages of your job, if you love what you're doing, they don't feel as much like work.
That's neat. Well, one of the things I love about my job is I get to spend time with amazing leaders like yourself that have had long careers and done lots of different things. And I always ask them to share a leadership lesson for those in the journey. So can you share a lesson that you've picked up along the way?
Yeah, one thing, I had a boss a few years ago that when I brought him a business problem, his first question was, were any small children injured? Or did any small children die? You're all worried about this problem. It's like, no small children were injured. So question one is, were any small children injured? Question two is, what's the problem? Frame the problem out. You always usually know what the problem is. Number three is, what's the solution? And probably 80% of the time, you know what the solution is. And the key question is number four, is what's the impediment, or why aren't you doing what you know is the right thing? And usually what you have to solve for is number four. And if you solve for the impediment, usually the solution is much more evident.
It's just right there.
Yeah.
That's wonderful. Well, thank you so much, Sarah, for joining us today.
It's always great to be here at Owen.